Removing a vinyl siding panel from the center of a wall without removing all the panels that surround it is actually quite easy, and you only need a couple of tools. First, you're going to need a claw hammer, and secondly, you're going to need a vinyl siding removal tool, or what they call a zip tool. Now, this is a specialty tool, but it's available at pretty much everywhere vinyl siding is. In other words, home centers, lumber yards, places like that. Now, the way vinyl siding is designed to be installed, it has a locking mechanism that allows the installer to start at the bottom of the wall, fasten the panel, and then lock each panel together and work the way up the wall. The vinyl siding removal tool allows us to get into the bottom of that lock and actually draw down and unzip the panel, and then when we want to put them back together, draw down and zip them back together again without removing anything that surrounds that panel. To remove the panels, I'm going to actually unzip the panel above the panel that I want. Now, I can use my zip tool and actually work into that lock and draw down again and unzip the panel, or if you have a seam close enough, you may be able to carefully reach your fingers into that seam and then draw down and unzip that panel, and then do the same thing with the panel above the panel that you want to remove. So I'm just drawing down on the bottom of that lock until I get all the way across. Now I'm able to actually flex that panel out away from the wall, and I can reach the nails that are holding the panel up that I want to remove. So I'm going to remove those nails. Once I have those out, now I'm able to remove this panel by just tapping down, unlocking the panel, and pulling it out, and now I have my sample. If I have a replacement panel, I can now put that panel back in. And that's what I'm going to do here. Is I've got another panel, so I'm going to actually just reverse what I just did and put this panel in, lock that up, make sure everything's locked properly, and then because I can lift this panel out, I can now put those nails back into that area and hold this panel in place. And now, using that siding removal tool, I can actually again get in behind here and get onto that lock, draw down on that lock, and with one hand I'm pulling down the lock, and with the other hand I'm just applying pressure against the wall, so that as I move down the wall, I can actually lock these panels back together again. Basically, just zip them right back together again. And my wall is complete.